Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes, welcome back to the A Cup of Soda podcast. I know it's been like a month since you guys last heard of me. Um, when I said I was going to be taking time to kind of focus on myself and kind of try to live in reality, I meant it. I mean, I didn't want to be gone for a month. Um, so I'm very, very sorry about that. Um, I don't know how I should start this because it's been a little bit. Well, for the people at home that didn't know that I actually posted a um separate bonus podcast episode. As you guys know, this is also going to be on YouTube, so people who are listening, you guys don't have to worry about it. This is mostly for the YouTube listeners or watchers or whatever you guys call yourselves. Um I actually had a bonus episode on the 22nd of February where I kind of just vented everything I needed to vent. I'm not gonna address it anymore. It's gone. I wanted that day. It was a special day that day, and also I just wanted to like kind of just talk about things in a new light as I'm starting to like kind of see things differently and feel things differently. But that's not the point of this episode. Okay, today we're going to be talking about Euphoria. Now, I know the season has ended, which is really sad because I freaking love Euphoria. I just. Before I really get into the show, um, I just want to say I got this idea to do like a review kind of thing because of a friend of mine, kind of, offered. I mean, not offered, but like told me that I should do like reviews for the podcast. And I was like, you know what? You're right. Like, I should do that. Like, why the fuck not? I mean, I do all kinds of shit on this podcast, so why not add reviewing stuff to it? Um, so the way I'm gonna do this review, it's not gonna be crazy structured or whatever because it's literally everywhere on YouTube and things like that. Like, it's not hard to kind of get a review for this. Now, I'm going to talk about this show kind of like as a filmmaker and things like that because I feel like some people just don't understand the idea behind Euphoria. So I guess we could talk about it. So spoilers ahead if you guys haven't watched. Please don't watch this if you guys have not watched Euphoria. Like, you know, please watch the show before you whatever. Anyways, that's my warning. I don't want to hear complaints. Okay. So I guess we could kind of start with season one. I noticed that in season one, a lot of the characters like we get introduced to each of the characters, so I feel like the reason why people actually liked season one more than season two was the fact that we got separate episodes for each character. um so I believe like the first episode was like Rue, the second was like Nate, the third was like Kat. I'm not sure if I'm saying like the right order of who had what episode dedicated to them, but basically we got more focused episodes, and that's because we were learning about the characters, and there's a lot to understand about these characters. So I felt like that's why they needed their own designated episodes. The reason why it's not like that in season two is because we already know these characters, so there's like this kind of like new storyline. um you also have to remember that there was like this like long year breaks, and so it feels like it would be weird to bounce right back from wherever they left off in season one. um Not to say season two has a lot of good stuff, because there are some questionable decisions when it came to story. um for season one, I really like season one's story and kind of how they were able to tackle like a bunch of different storylines in the same, like, I guess in the same time span. um and I think they really did a good job in pacing with those storylines. um I feel like season two, it felt like it was dragged out. The whole Cassie and Nate situation, that whole drama stretched the entire season. Like, it was really about Nate and Cassie and Rue. Those were like pretty much the only like really two storylines we got this season. Um which I love that we got more of Rue. I feel like we needed to see that Rue, especially since in last season, she had an overdose, and we got that like banger of a song. um, and so like to kind of see like Rue struggling and things like that. I felt like that was like really important to see that, because I feel like a lot of people like really like came for this show because it's glamorizing. And I'm like, I get it. There are obviously some points where it is a bit glamorizing, because I mean, anytime that you show drugs in a light, especially in party situations, of course it's gonna be construed as glamorizing, because in a way it is. It's like showing like, this is how we're having fun. But what I do like about the imagery in this show is that, like in season one, a lot of the colors for season one was like purple, blues, pinks. It had like very like bluish tints, um, and I just feel like it's such a choice to have colors display emotions, and I feel like season one was like an acid trip, and I think that was the point, was to make it feel like very out of this world, out of like you're not sane, like you're in this like universe. And I feel like a lot of people are kind of like missing the point of that. Like, this show is extremely stylized, and every decision is tactical and purposeful. I follow a lot of like people who are behind like the costumes, the color grading, the sets, and all that, and the makeup. And I see how they're structuring each individual characters, from Jules having this like pink and like very bright colors, and the fact that they are um like her character in season one wanted this like male validation and wanting to appear very feminine. So it really showed off in the clothes, and we see in season two where Jules does not fucking care about like pleasing men, and so we see this new style of Jules, and she's now wearing more darker clothes, and having this more edgier look. And as you know, Jules is still finding herself. Like, this probably won't be her permanent look. Like, I'm sure she'll have a whole new look for season 3, but who knows? We don't know. I feel like Rue's and Jules' relationship in season 1 was just, it was really cute. Like, I really did like how they were in season 1, even though I feel like there should have been more communication. But obviously, they're teenagers, they don't know. A problem that I did have was like having one writer. Like, I get it, I'm a one writer person, that I'll write the entire show. But when you're handling a project with multiple characters, multiple storylines, I feel like you do need a lot more writers or people to keep you in check with what you, because there were storylines that just weren't addressed for season 2. So I don't know what to say there, but like there was a couple, and I don't know. Season 2 had like a few storylines that also didn't continue or be mentioned after a certain point. What else do I want to say about it? So season 2 is the most recent season, so I think I'm gonna just talk mostly about season 2 now. Like, I don't know, I'm sorry if this doesn't sound as structured. I'm not a movie or show reviewer. Like, this is just my thoughts and things like that, so bear with me, please. Alright, so season 2, what I really like about season 2 is the visuals and the colors. They use a lot of like natural-ish lighting to in the shots, and I feel like that's my style that I really gravitate towards. And so to see it executed like this in season 2, I was like, it kind of inspires me, because I really like, I always try to have that kind of look, but obviously I can never execute it. It's just really nice to like really see the difference in terms of style. Instead of getting pinks and blues, we get yellows and orange and uh, browns. Like, that's really what we get for it. And so I think it's really nice that we got like that kind of stuff. Um, I feel like Sam focused a little too much on style and not enough on story, because you could tell there was a lot of work put into like the visuals of this season. But I feel like a lot of characters also just had the back seat for this season. Like, we really did not give a shit about half these casts. Like, Kat, we were not even gonna talk about Kat because we all know Kat and freaking Sam and all this jazz. Jules really didn't really have much of a plot this season besides cheating on Rue, and just sitting in awkward places. Like, that was like her whole thing this season. Elliot even really didn't have much either. And he was a new character. Like, you would think they would try to give him more story because he's a new character and we don't know him. But I'm sure season 3, if Sam remembers about Elliot. But Elliot says he's going to be back, so. He didn't die. I had a theory that he was going to fucking die. He didn't die. Because we all know, if you guys were part of that moment where people were like, oh, someone's gonna die this season, and we were like, who the fuck's gonna die? So we all had like these theories that Nate was gonna die, or Fez was gonna die, or Elliot was gonna die, and it turns out, spoiler alert, Ashtray dies. Ashtray. What's I don't even know how to put this into words, but realizing it now, like, I feel like Sam was originally just gonna kill off Fez, but he was like, you know what? I have story for Fez, or something. But I know Sam wants shock value, and that's why there's all this like nudity. I did not like that there was so much nudity for like really no reason. Like, if there's nudity, at least give it somewhat of a point. Like, everything is so calculated in this show. So what was calculated about all these scenes? Like, it could have been implied. We could have had like soft core, like touchy kissy whatever, without, and then about to take and then cut. We do not need to see them actually be naked. Like, there's no point. Like, we already got that enough with season 1. We don't need that with season 2. Like, we get it, it's raunchy, whatever. But I'm like going all over the place with this. I'm sorry. But I have an idea with Fez. Like, I hope he gets a special. Because as you guys know, when season 1 ended and there was like this long break and we had COVID and all that stuff, we got 2 specials. There was a Rue special and a Jewel special. The Rue special, honestly, the Rue special was a bit boring. Like, I ain't gonna lie. But it was very impactful. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it was very, like, you kind of understand where Rue is in that point in time, and you actually get to see, what's his name? Ali. Jesus, I, like, blanked on his name for a second. Ali. It was really nice to get, his backstory and things like that. The only reason why I say it's boring, it was just because it was, like, an hour conversation where it was just cutting between 2 things, and it's fine. I don't know, maybe I just have a horrible attention span, but I just found it a little boring. I watched it all, but it was just a little boring. Like, it took me a minute to like finish watching. Jules' story was like her in her therapist's office and talking about this dream she had, which confused me at first. I was like, are they time skipping? Like, are they in college or something now? But it was just mainly a dream, so I was like, oh, okay, never mind. So, you know, the 2 specials happen. I think we're gonna get another special because we're gonna have like, what, 2-3 years before we get another Euphoria. Like, that is fucking insane. Like, I don't want to wait like till 2024 for season 3. I think we'll get Cal and Fez for the specials. Like, we might get a Cal and Fez in one special or a Cal Fez episode. Or they might not even do Cal at all because he's a yikes of a character. But I do think we're gonna get a Fez one. Because he's alive, and I believe I don't know how true like the thing was, but I did see that there was gonna be like there was a cast list of who was gonna be in season 3, and obviously Ashtray was not there. I kind of already knew that Ashtray wasn't gonna make it, but I was just hoping that it was gonna be fake, like it was fake or whatever. But in the cast list, Ashtray was not in it, and like what I think is if they're gonna keep Fez, like how is that gonna work? He's going to jail. So I believe they're going to explain all that before season 3, because season 3 I'm pretty sure they're just gonna jump into like the new status quo. But they're gonna have Fez back in some capacity. So they're going to show how he either breaks out, gets released, something. We're gonna see how he deals with the death of Ashtray without it taking up too much of whatever time with the other characters for season 3, because there's going to be a lot. Like, so I just feel like we're going to get a new side of Fez, and we're going to see that in the specials. Like, I really do hope we get a special though, because we need a special. Like, I don't want to, and I know I forgot the actor's name, but Fez, I know like that the actor, like I don't know how like tired he is of being only known for being Fez, and I mean it is his first breakout role, so you can't expect people to not see you as the character because you literally just existed like in the media through that character. So, but I get it. You don't want to be like called your character like if you're not human. So I get that because I was like that too, where I was called by a character and not by my real name, and so it really did like irk me, I guess. But I get it. So, yeah. Also, like I'm like looking at like photos of season 1. It's kind of crazy to see the difference like of how the characters look from season 1 to season 2. Like I'm like looking at the one where Cassie and Lexi, and they look so different. Like, I literally forgot how they looked for season 1. Same with Jules, but I low-key do miss Jules' pink hair, like the pink ends. Like, that was fun. Fun Jules right there with the pink ends. It took me a second to get used to their, like, haircuts and stuff like that, but, I just hope we get more of Jules. We get more, and I know people really hate Jules right now because she's a fucking cheater, and I get it. Like, you cheated on Rue, and then you had the audacity to be mad at Rue for hanging out with Elliot, thinking that they're doing something sneaky, and then you end up freaking doing the sneaky. Shaking my head. Like, what is up with that? Like, it was so unnecessary. People were also giving Elliot a hard, like, people on TikTok were giving Elliot such a hard time, and I found that so ridiculous. Like, yeah, I get it. He shouldn't be smooching on Rue's girlfriend, but everything else was so unnecessary. Like, I don't even want to get into what people were saying, but it was just like so unnecessary. And yeah, so there was some missing things, like the whole Cat situation where Cat, like, her whole plot that season was breaking up with Ethan, which we gotta talk about Ethan. See, he was like this boring character that I had no interest in like really getting to know, but because of the play that Lexi put on, that man got some energy that I didn't know he had, you know? So I hope he gets a storyline for season 3, but I highly doubt it. He hasn't had a storyline for 2 seasons, and I highly doubt he'll get a third one. Like, I feel like it will be too late, so he would just exist for Kat, if he even, or Lexi, because I feel like because they did this theater thing, they're gonna be really close friends now. So I think that's kind of cool. Also, I hope we see Bobby. I really like Bobby. Like, she has the most cutest voice. People think her voice is annoying. I freaking love her voice. And I love how like she's like this quiet, like I hate Oklahoma. Like she's so freaking cute. And I just like the attitude, like giddy up or whatever. But I do hope we get more Bobby. Um I also like now follow this like the one who was like I'm panicking, get out. Like her, I forgot her freaking name. Or like she didn't really have a name, but she was like next to Bobby when everything was going wrong in the play. I follow her on TikTok and I was hearing how she got the role to that. But honestly, also season 2 had a lot of quotable like lines, like the freaking bathroom thing with the oh my god, do I look like I'm from Oklahoma? Yes. It was like how is it like I want to like quote it, but I'm like trying to think. It's like oh, so it's like are you auditioning for Oklahoma? What? Are you Lexi's play? Or I forgot how it goes. Damn, I forgot how it goes. And it's like, wait, are you making fun of me? Do you really think I'm auditioning for Oklahoma? And then Maddie comes in. He's like, why are you like you're auditioning for Oklahoma? I'm not. Then why you look like that? Like what? Like a country music star, in a good way or in a bad way? Bitch, you better be joking. I know I'm corny. Don't kill me, guys. I just turned on the camera and was like, I'm gonna make a podcast today. So, um, yeah, sorry. I'm gonna try to do more crazy stuff for this podcast. I'm just a mess. Okay. Um, I talked about Cat, but barely talked about Cat. Yeah, Cat's thing. That whole season was just about breaking up with Ethan, and then she just magically cams again. Um, Maddie's storyline was like, I'm a babysitter, and this person there was some sexual tension. You have to admit there was freaking some tension when it came to her boss. Um, and yeah, her boss. It was so unnecessary. Um, yeah, that was like the whole storyline for her, really, and also Nate just traumatizing her over and over again with the freaking thing. At least we like got more closure on this tape, because the tape was like, I thought they were gonna forget about the tape, but they brought back the tape. Um, Jules finally sees the tape and destroys it, but lo and behold, there is a freaking USB that has, who knows if it has Jules' stuff in it, but it does have the other people, and you do get arrested if you're filming someone without their consent. So yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to say that uh there's not too much to talk about left, or if there is, I'm sorry, but like it's it's time for me to say goodbye. I hope you guys like me kind of ranting and stuff about Euphoria. Um, I really enjoyed this show, and I can't wait for season 3. I'm gonna try to be more structured in what I talk about, but I just wanted to turn on the camera or and the mic and just talk about Euphoria on a Monday. Kill me now. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next episode, and Gesundheit.